Guys, welcome back. It is Racer X, and today I actually want to talk a little bit about an article that I happened to come across that actually talked about what drivers actually get the most speeding tickets. What cars do they drive? I actually found the results of this article to be very, very interesting, so I thought I would share them with you. And it's really kind of crappy outside, guys. It's raining and it's cold, so I'm actually going to do this little video from in my garage, but it is something I wanted to talk to you guys about because the results of the article I found very interesting. Also, guys, if you are new to my channel, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button for me. You can also follow me on Instagram. I have all sorts of really cool stuff planned for 2021. This is actually my last video of the year, so we're gonna make it a good one, and we are off. We got the 1,000 horsepower HELLCAT. So I figure I'll just go ahead and sit in the HELLCAT. It's crappy, raining outside, it's cold, but really the big thing is I want to talk to you about an article that I came across, actually a couple of them that all sort of said the same thing. This particular one, got my notes here, was from Motor Trend magazine. We're all familiar with that. In an independent study back in October of 2020, October of this year, so just a couple of months ago, really talking about the top 10 models by percentage of who gets the most speeding tickets. Really, it's who drives the fastest, right? Because when you talk about big numbers, it kind of tells a pretty interesting story. And do Dodge drivers actually drive faster than everybody else? It's something I kind of always wondered, and I looked it up, and I thought the results were definitely interesting. I actually looked up USA Today, had another article back from September of this year. Really, like I said, it's all basically the same cars on the list. And yeah, they use different parameters, insurance data and stuff like that. I'll actually put a link to the article down in the description below. But let's talk about what it said. So I now have the list in front of me of the 10 cars that the article provided. And like I said, several articles kind of all have the same cars in here. So it does make sense. But one of the things that kind of strikes me when I look at this list is actually a lot of these cars are kind of just small, compact cars, and you just really would not expect these things to be on here. I would have expected to see things like, the Ford Mustang, obviously. There's a ton of them out there. People drive them aggressively, whatever. I mean, and certainly the demographic it appeals to, but not on the list. Corvettes, Camaros, not on the list. A lot of the sports cars that you would really think would be on this list just simply aren't. So, number 10 on the list is actually the Nissan 350Z. Now, we know they have the 370Z, which is the newer one. This is the older version. And for some reason, a lot of folks seem to get speeding tickets in a 350Z. So there are a couple other interesting cars of note on here. The Subaru Impreza, the Volkswagen GTI, that was actually second on the list. And then the Infiniti G37, the Hyundai Veloster, all those made the list of the top 10 cars that, people seem to get the most speeding tickets in. Now, here's where things get pretty interesting. So number 9 on the list is the Dodge Charger. So we're talking about all trim levels from the SXT all the way up to the HELLCAT. But the Dodge Charger, it made the list. 14.71% of current drivers have a speeding ticket on their record. And then number 8 on the list is the Dodge Ram 2500 of all things. So, that's a huge shock to me, the 2500. It's not the 1500, it's the 2500 for some reason. So I don't know if guys are out there with these big 2500s towing stuff, just going 90 mile an hour, or what the deal is. But for some reason, number 8 on the list of the most ticketed drivers is the Dodge Ram 2500. Number 7 on the list is the Dodge Challenger. You
want to go? You want to go, bro? Let's go! Nice to meet you. Go get him, Tiger.
15.09% of Dodge Challenger drivers have a current speeding ticket on their record. So like I said, that one comes in at number 7. That's across all the trims, just like on the Charger, the SXT, all the way up, I guess, through the Demon. Not that you see a lot of those on the road, but kind of a surprising thing. And then a number 5 on the list is really the most surprising one in my mind. It is the Dodge Dart. Dodge Dart. They stopped making that car back in 2016. It does not have a lot of power, but for some reason, I guess when people get in a Dodge Dart, it just brings out their inner race car driver, and they just get after it. So 15.45% of active Dodge Dart drivers have a speeding ticket on their record. I definitely would not have expected that. So in essence, 4 of the top 10 vehicles out there where the drivers get the most speeding tickets are Dodges. That's really surprising to me. I mean, Ford didn't even make the list, and neither did Chevy. You've got a lot of really kind of small cars here, but it's just that result is very surprising to me. So 40% of the cars on the most ticketed list are Dodge drivers. So I don't know if it's just the Dodge driver mentality. We just kind of have that send it type mentality, or maybe it's just those are the cars that the police pull over the most. There's a lot of variables or a lot of ways to look at this thing. But at the end of the day, the big question is, do Dodge drivers drive faster than everybody else? And based on this, you would think yes is the answer to that. So I realize there's a lot of different ways that you can spin it. Statistics always kind of tell interesting stories. But anyway, a very interesting little article that I found. I thought you guys might get a kick out of this. So what is the reason? What is the reason that Dodge drivers really do drive faster than everybody else, or at least get more speeding tickets? Go figure.
Bring them to us. And get out of our way.
Now, one other quick item of note that I did not mention to you is that the number one car on all of the lists that I found for the drivers that get the most speeding tickets they drive this, which is my daily, which is just kind of funny. So the WRX is actually the number one car on all of the lists. Over 20% of active drivers have speeding tickets. I can't really explain that. So what does that really say about me? Because I drive both Dodges, which are essentially like the number one car in terms, or at least brand, in terms of the most speeding tickets. And I drive the number one car on the list that's not a Dodge. I don't know what to think about that. What does that say about me? Who knows? Well, guys, that about wraps it up for this one. I wanted to kind of keep this one pretty short and sweet. I just found that article to be very interesting. And the more I really kind of dig around on the internet, the more it kind of, corroborates the story. The fact that more drivers in Dodges seem to get speeding tickets. So I don't really know all the other factors that go into that, but I just found that to be pretty interesting. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. And I will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, Racer X.